find a comfortable seat. Any seat that works for you today in any of the poses. I'll guide you through some slow breath awareness. Maybe today you'll need or want to have handy a block or two and a blanket or a pillow, something you use to help yourself sit more comfortably. We'll be working with our breath in the poses. It's a gentle practice to bring awareness to the slowing down of our breath. When you slow your breath down and begin exploring your own breath, you will begin to discover subtleties hidden within it. And that's a quote from my teacher, Rama Birch. Sometimes the poses aren't the challenge that we think they are, and a lot of times staying with the breath in the pose is a practice in itself. So that's where we'll play today, inside the breath, inside our poses. So finding that comfortable seat, and closing your eyes or softening your gaze onto a point of soft awareness. And today, keeping the lips gently closed, soften the tongue away from the roof of your mouth, and breathe in and out through your nose. And begin by becoming aware of the length of your breath and the speed of your breath. Just noticing those things first. And becoming aware of the quality of the breath as it moves in and fills and flows out and empties. Begin to slow down your breath. Within that awareness of the breath, slow it down. Take longer to breathe in, drawing a full deep breath into the belly. And perhaps taking twice as long for your out breath. So your in breath to the count of 2. And your out breath to the count of 4. Breathing in for 2. And breathing out for 4. And we'll leave the counting of the breath for now. We'll move on to some gentle poses. So we'll start today on our back. So from wherever you're at, you can find your way down on your back. So just swing your feet around. Your feet can be planted on the floor, and you're going to find your way on your back, knees bent. And a few gentle breaths here. And on your out breath, when you exhale, draw your knees to chest. So knees to chest. You can hold behind the knees at the thigh or in front on the shins. So using the breath, the slow breath, as you inhale, the knees draw away and there's room for the breath. And on a longer out breath, draw the knees in. Staying with the slow awareness of your breath, breathe in, knees away. Breathe out, draw the knees in. As you empty, you can bring the knees in further. Inhale. Long exhale. And one more time. An in-breath for space. And be aware of the emptiness as you exhale, draw the knees in. And then rest here. So find a comfortable place where you can breathe in and out, knees to chest. So taking that a little deeper with the breath, let's make some room. As you inhale, knees away. As you exhale, separate the knees and draw this time the knees in on your out breath, knees wide. Flex the feet. A few breaths here. And maybe the breath can explore a few more places in the body. There's more space. Moving the happy baby pose. So from knees wide, just begin to bring the soles of the feet to the sky. So they might come all the way up. You might be able to find your calves or your shins. Perhaps you can reach all the way to your feet. So as you're in happy baby pose, feel free to move and keep it fluid. You might like it static. Either way, deepen the breath, slow the breath down. If you find yourself holding the breath in and out through the nose, you can go back to the count. In for 2, out for 4. You might find the quality of the pose changes as you stay in the pose with breath awareness. Never rushing, you can release that, bring the knees in, and we'll move right to a twist. So with the knees into chest, bring the arms out and drop the knees over to the right. So the knees are going right. And slide the arms down so they're not up at the shoulders or the head, but rather your wrist is towards your knees. Breathing in for 2 and slow it down. Breathing out for 4. Releasing a little bit more with every out breath. As you move to the other side, on an in-breath, take that left hand to the left thigh and draw the knee up and over. You can use your right hand even to help your right leg through the center and all the way over to the left. Shoulders are soft. Across the front of the chest is soft and open. And as you draw the breath in, it's slow and gentle. And allow the breath to find an ease in your pose. The twist wringing out your torso like a washcloth. Allowing the breath to slow down your thoughts as you relax or soften in the pose. Last breath in here. Slow, easy emptying. Take your right hand from the floor, bring it across the body. So it's in front of your shoulder or torso, and you're going to press yourself up to sitting. Any way you can do it. You might want to find those blocks. We'll sit in Baddha Konasana in seated angle pose, so blocks can come under your knees for props. And let's not have the heels in so far today that it cramps up our breath. So heels out away from the body. Use the blocks under your shins or even your knees, depending on where your body is. If you like a little more, you take that folded blanket. It goes right under your tail. So you're making a hollow bowl. So there's enough room to fill the torso with breath all the way to the belly and pelvis. And exhale. So upright breaths, hands can be on the floor, on your blocks, on your shins, somewhere upright so the chest can open and fill. If you'd like to flow with the pose, a cat and cow, as you inhale, chest and belly open. As you exhale, navel to chest helps the emptying. So notice if your breath is quickening because you're moving. Keep it slow and easy. Go back to the count if you need to. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 4. If you're flowing with the breath, find a static pose. Not moving. Upright. Still gentle. On your next out breath, sliding forwards, your elbows come somewhat in front of the shins. Drop the head if that's available to you. And as you stay in the pose, allow yourself to slow down and rest here. There's no need to anticipate movement or what's happening next. Just be here now in this pose for the next few breaths. And sitting up with that gentle awareness, carrying it through the next seated pose. We'll twist here, just like we did on the floor. Bring both legs out to the right. And we'll take an in-breath to lift up. And an exhale to bring that right hand in front of the left thigh. Inhale. And then a slow exhale with a twist to the left. You can look off to the left. An in-breath here. And an exhale, send your energy behind or over the left shoulder. And as the sitting or twisting becomes more challenging, you can stay in the twist just where you're at. You can even back off from the twist a bit, but take another long, deep inhale and a slow, deep exhale. We'll take an in-breath to unwind. So on your in-breath, there's space to fill. And on your exhale, switch. Feet go over to the other side. An in-breath to lengthen. And on your out breath, you begin the twist from deep in the belly. Dropping the left hand in front of the right thigh. Your right hand comes off the right hip or even slightly behind. An in-breath to lengthen. And an exhale to twist. So let the twist happen in layers with the breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, spin. And as the pose or the twist gets more challenging, let the tension out with a slow, deep exhale. You can back off from the twist a bit, lengthen, and wring it out. Never rushing. An in-breath to unwind and allow the air to fill. And an exhale, come back to any seated, gentle awareness. So this most comfortable seated pose for you, you can prop inhale, exhale. Inhale to the count of 2, just sitting. Exhale to the count of 4. Breathing in, breathing out. And let the in-breath search for any places that you're holding still or rushing still. Close the eyes. Breathing into the count of 2. Exhale your count of 4. Looking for those subtleties, those places, those hiding places that are still holding. And with your out breath, releasing what's tight or stuck. Bringing the breath to the tight or those holding places. And on a slow out breath, allowing the breath to comfort, swirl, and carry that holding up and let it bubble out. When you slow your breath down and begin exploring your own breath, you will begin to discover subtleties hidden within it. Stay with the gentle awareness of your breath. And begin to slow it down even more. Perhaps slowing your breath. Inhale to the count of 3. Exhale, count of 6. Slowing it down. Inhale 3. Exhale 6. Inhale 3. Perhaps finding another layer or space that can fill. Exhale 6. Where can you release breath that's still stuck, that's still there, but you haven't reached yet? Encourage it up and out. Inhale 3. Exhale 6. And one last time. Long, slow breath in. And a longer, slower breath out. And then release the counting of your breath. And just stay in that slow awareness for just a few more minutes. this feeling and taking the best part of this feeling with you to anything else you might do today. Knowing that you can come back to this slow awareness whenever you feel rushed. When you feel that quickening or that urgency, draw on this feeling. And just take that extra moment sometimes to be in the breath and in the space where you're at. And being okay with that. Sometimes the slowness is the best part. Namaste.